It's quite an honor to be here, and I want to give a big round of applause to my dear friend Simil. Your delivery was amazing and so powerful that you have created a tool that we can use to connect and to heal, and so that we could be better and service and do our service that we are called to do. So thank you for that. Wow. This session that I have created, the Worthy Woman Awakens, Healing, Honoring, and Rising into Your Next Chapter, evolved from my own challenges. I come to you not only as a bestseller, co-author, and bilingual school counselor, and an awardee for being the school counselor of the year, but more, I come to you as the woman who went through grief, who suffered loss, and in search for meaning, found in spirituality the joy of serving, the joy of just being alive, and I was awakened. I can't tell you that it was linear, and it was not in a line. It was through trials and tribulations, and trying to make sense of the loss. I developed an eating disorder, and the challenge, and when it was dormant, everything was fine, but when it was active, Ed was brutal and vicious, to the point where I wanted to many times end my life. And I kept coming back to spirituality and connecting. And it was after deciding that enough of Ed, enough of doing that eating disorder, that I decided to seek help. I had sought help before for the trauma, the loss, but I wanted to seek help for embodying my body, loving, learning to love myself. And so the awakening didn't happen overnight. It happened through trials, trying something, learning, acquiring a tool, a technique, putting it to use, and saying, okay, this is working. Let me do a little bit more of it. And I, in my sessions with the outpatient eating disorder group that I decided, when I decided to come out and face that ugly monster. In one of the sessions, the therapist said, you need to do mirror work. And I have heard about the mirror work with listening to Louise Hay. And I was like, oh, yeah, you could do that. But dismissing it totally, right? And it was not until one day I said, what do I have to lose? Nothing to lose. And maybe I'll gain something. And I started working with a mirror. And it was the hardest thing to do. When you have lost touch of who you are, when you have lost touch of your body, and you let life happen to you, you don't know where to go. Move, you allow the wind to take you and, throw you and bring you back. And where is my power? I found that power in the mirror. Um, Facing my body and looking how I was close to 239 pounds. And I was like, how did I get here? When Ed was active, I could be either borderline bulimic, borderline anorexic, and full-blown bulimic. And when I was not engaged in Ed, I would just emotionally eat. And of course, what happens? You balloon and balloon and you grow. And when you're not having a relationship with your body and yourself and you're totally disconnected, you don't know what you look like. You don't know who you are. And facing myself in that mirror, I saw the outside of my body. And with time, I started to see the soul that was looking back at me. The soul that was yearning to be recognized. The soul that wanted to be of service. The soul that wanted to say, I'm with you. I've been here. You have just neglected my presence. And I connected to that. And I have, through my losses, have found that connection, compassion, looking at healing not for the sake of healing, but the sake of being present, that grief, pain can coexist with hope. That is in hope that we begin to allow ourselves to be awakened to the bigger picture, that inner person who is willing to give of herself in love and freely. And so I have, in conversation with my dear guru sister, she said, I think you're onto something with grief and loss. And I've always been interested in wellness because I have suffered an eating disorder and survived Ed. I've always gravitated to looking for tools to help me get to know myself, to love my body, to honor my presence in this planet. And so I, with the help and the small talk that I had with Diane, said, my first co-author book was about the loss of my husband. The second was honoring the life of my angel, Nicole. And that was also loss. And I have navigated many losses and learned valuable skills and learn that grief is not it's not an end to our life, but more it gives us the the time, the space, so that we can find who we truly are, to connect with ourselves. When sometimes we're suffering, we are in that deep sorrow because we are missing our loved ones. It's a testament of how much we loved. So if we twist it around, it's not that, they're gone, and it's like, wow, I honor your soul. You were a gift to me, and I am so grateful for your presence, no matter how small it was, that allowed me to awaken to spirituality, to awaken to my body, to my soul. So I have developed the Worthy Woman journey. And because it is a journey. We, our transformation, although we want it to be instant, it's a slow process. We need to be, it's almost like the universe says, okay, how much do you need to handle so that you can awaken to the fact that you are already worthy, you are already enough. These experiences that are gifted to you, we think it's a curse, or we're being punished. In other religions, God is the punisher. He gives us trials so that we, because we're being mean and whatever. But if we turn the image, if we turn the experience and we see it, that, and this is what I've done with my loss of my child, Nicole. She was a gift at that time in my life. At the age of 21, I was just going to college. I was happy. I was married. I was starting a new life. And she was with me for 2 days. And I was devastated. I wanted to end my life. But through the journey, I have learned that she came to me to awaken me. She came to me for 2 days to show me that there's more to life. And that immense love that I shared with her for 2 days, it's not gone. It has been transformed. And she has transformed me. That pain has been used to help other women through their journey. So, to anyone who's out there thinking that they are alone, you're not. You just need to realign, awaken, reach out. At 21, I did not feel I was totally lost. I had a husband that he was so much into his own sorrow that did not realize that I was in pain, and we drifted apart, and that ended in divorce. I couldn't go to my parents because I thought that I was burning in them. And all the different construct that we have in our brain that, I cannot go to this one and I cannot go to that one. But if there is a safe place where we can go and connect and be authentic and true to ourselves and feel safe to dish it out, to say, listen, today's not a good day. Today I feel I don't feel safe. I wish the Worthy Woman journey was around when I was 21. I wouldn't have turned to food, maybe my journey would have been a little bit easier. And maybe not. Maybe this was all meant to happen this way so that I could be here sharing this with you and encouraging anybody out there. Grief does not have an expiration date. We suffer the loss of loved ones, they pass away, we lose our jobs, we lose our careers, we are dealt with a heavy-duty health issue, terminal. That letter C is, devastating. All of those stressors and life challenges, the weight would be a little bit easier to carry if we have a space where we could feel that we are welcome, that we can rise to our own power, that we can come home to ourselves. So that's the reason why the Worthy Woman journey exists. The awakening is finding the compassion in community. The awakening is finding yourself in the mirror, finding your soul, and acknowledging the beautiful soul you are and the purpose, finding that purpose to serve and be fully present and have a fulfilled life where everything has meaning. Everything has meaning. And be grateful for the trials, the pain, and the learning. I've learned to say to myself, there's a learning, teachable experience right now, and what is it? And show it to me. It's that having that connection to realize this moment is challenging and I'm open to learn. So show it to me. It's having that connection. So Diane, I don't know if I ran out of time, but I just want to offer, if I have a few minutes or 1 minute, Diane?
You go. No, go ahead. You got time.
I have time. Okay. So I just want to offer strategies for emotional resilience. It's understanding that healing lives in it doesn't have to be 3 hours. It could be her Zen, 3 minutes. I have a 1-minute meditation. 1 minute, just taking a deep breath and sitting in with that emotion. And when you exhale, letting that emotion go and feeling the relief and really letting it go, not opening your eyes and picking that back, putting that junk back in your backpack. It's too heavy. You don't need to carry that. Letting it go. And offer a kind word to yourself in the mirror. I see you. I honor you. I love you. As simple as that. But those words were very hard for me to pronounce. And to stand in front of the mirror, it was unimaginable many years ago. And now, every opportunity I have with a mirror, hey, honey, I love you. You're the cutest little pie there. High five. If we don't do it for ourselves, the outside world is not going to do it for us. So we have to be our best cheerleaders. And just to pause and ask, what do I really need today? What can make me feel happier, better, more connected? What is that? And asking the universe, source love, God, Hashem, you will have an answer. Almost instantaneously, you will have an answer. It's pausing to have and remembering. This is where the awakening is. Remembering to ask the question, what do I need right now? So journaling, as Simil said, mindfulness, and just having grace for yourself and returning to yourself day after day, minute by minute, moment by moment, over and over, with gentleness, strength, and balance, will make your journey easier, more peaceful, and you'll definitely realize that it's worthy. Thank you.